Assalamu alaikum, this is me Atisham and you're watching my YouTube channel RILS The Lingua Expert. I'm the expert trainer of IELTS, PT, OET, IELTS Life Skills and other English Language Proficiency exams. In this video, I'm going to provide information with respect to a newly introduced online test of IELTS, which is IELTS Indicator Test. So, if you are a student and you're planning to pursue your higher education abroad in any English-speaking country, so you have got a better opportunity to take your IELTS exam now. Let's get to start. What is IELTS Indicator Test? IELTS Indicator Test is the newly introduced online IELTS test by British Council, which can be taken by the test applicants from the comfort of their home. This test uses the live question material and it covers all the 4 skills of IELTS such as reading, writing, speaking and listening. Now this test, IELTS Indicator, that is only applied in such countries where the test dates of IELTS have been suspended due to the COVID-19 situation. So if you are one of those who are planning to take their IELTS exam, but in their country the tests have been postponed or suspended, so this is the better opportunity for all of you to book your IELTS test now. Now let's talk about the purpose of this test. The purpose of this test is to continue your educational journey and to pursue your academic dreams during the COVID-19 situations where mainly the services of taking your IELTS exam have been suspended. Hence, knowing the situation, there are a number of universities which are accepting this newly introduced online test, which is IELTS Indicator Test. And remember, there is another test which nowadays also is gaining its prominence, and that is Duolingo English Test Proficiency. So it is accepted mainly in the USA and some other countries. But remember that you have to also get to confirm from the university or college where you are planning to seek admission whether they accept or not this particular test. Now the next point, who can take IELTS Test Indicator? If you're applying to any educational institution that requires you to take your IELTS exam, so IELTS Indicator is the safest and simplest way to demonstrate your language skills in terms of reading, writing, listening and speaking during this COVID-19 situation. Now remember, this test is not for the GT students, so it is only for the students who are planning to pursue their educational career abroad in any English-speaking country. Now, let's talk about the key features of this IELTS Indicator Test. Number 1, it is an official test of IELTS, so you can trust it. It doesn't mean that this test would be like at home. So it is exactly the similar test as you go in person physically to appear in the real IELTS exam in the examination hall. So you have to trust in this particular test. Now, second point, it covers all the aspects of IELTS test for reading, writing, speaking and listening. You can take your IELTS speaking on a separate day, either 2 days or 3 days earlier or after your reading, writing. The speaking test is delivered via video call with a fully qualified and trained examiner. IELTS Test Indicator is held once a week, so you have 4 test dates in a month. And the fifth feature is that you can take this online IELTS test at home. Now let's talk about the test timings. If we talk about the test timing, it is exactly similar to the in-person IELTS test where you physically go to examination hall and you take your IELTS test with 4 modules, reading, writing, listening, and you know that speaking is held either a few days earlier or after the reading, writing, and listening. So you have got 2 hours and 45 minutes for the whole test which you have to prepare yourself. Now let's talk about list of countries that are accepting this IELTS indicator test. There are a number of countries now, they currently are accepting the IELTS indicator test, out of which Canada, USA, United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, and all the other countries which are accepting. But one thing that I would do recommend to all the students, that please contact with your university or college that whether they are accepting or not. So if they are accepting, you have to book your IELTS indicator test. Now let's talk about availability of the test. IELTS test indicator is available in certain countries, and this is a limited time offer for those individuals who are planning to pursue their educational journey, but in their country the IELTS test services have been suspended. So this online test is the better option for all such students. And as I've already told you, that availability of this test is once a week. So in a month you have 4 tests available online that you can take. How does it work? Now, IELTS indicator test can only be taken by the help of desktop computer or your laptop. But remember that you cannot use your mobile phone. So for taking your IELTS indicator test, you need a desktop computer or an upgraded laptop system with some reliable internet access and a webcam. Now let's talk about what the applicants should do before taking their IELTS indicator test. Now the first point that you have to keep in mind is that you need a quiet and comfortable space where you can take your IELTS indicator test. Now point number 2 is that a laptop or a desktop computer, as I've already stated, that you need it, and you don't need your mobile phone. Now the third thing, that a computer with upgraded hardware system, because for that you need to download or install certain applications which can run faster in your computer. The next point, that you need a reliable net connection to access the online test questions. Your system must have the ability to download or install the Safe Exam browser, which we call it SEB. You also need wired or wireless headphones, which you think having good sound quality. What else you need? You also need a working webcam. Another thing which is very important, that you must have the downloaded Zoom application on your laptop. Now let's talk about result availability. Result will be available within 7 calendar days via an email from the date of reading, writing and listening. Now let's talk about IELTS test fee. IELTS test fee is cheaper than IELTS in person for IELTS test indicator, as it costs you $149, whereas IELTS in person, when you physically go to exam hall, that costs you between $215 and $230. So remember that this IELTS indicator test is cheaper than IELTS in person. Now let's finally talk about how to book your IELTS indicator test. You can log on to the official website of the British Council and you can register yourself and see the availability of the online test. Based on the suggested dates, you can book your IELTS indicator test. I hope that this video is informative for all of the test takers who are planning to pursue their academic studies abroad during this COVID-19 situation. And remember, it is a limited offer for only those countries where tests have been suspended. So if you're interested in knowing about more updates with respect to IELTS, PT and other English language proficiency exams, so stay tuned to this channel, subscribe and share it, and also press the bell icon button for more informative videos. I'll take a leave. Thank you. Inshallah, see you in the next video. Till then, Allah Hafiz.